Here's a quick walk and action. Here's a quick walk around my 2010 Kia Forte Coupe. I made a couple of these videos, but I thought I'd just do another one just because it's been a while and I've done a couple stuff to it. Start off the back with the styling. We have two exhaust pipes. These are aftermarket, but the stock one does come with two pipes. They're just not as big. And you got this diffuser type bumper right here, and I think that looks pretty sleek. You also get okay sized trunk. I got a lot of it taken up with my subwoofer and then my tire. It's like a electric car jack, but you get a decent amount of room, and I got an aftermarket thing here just to keep stuff from rolling around. You got your spare tire down here, full size. No, obviously not full size, but you know, it gets the job done. It's a good sized trunk. I can fit a decent Costco haul in the back of it. On the side of the car, we get these nice body line that goes all the way from the front to the rear of the car. Starts on the hood. You get some decent styling. Starts on the hood right here. Kind of curves, but you know, it goes all along the slide. Kind of curves under here from the mirror all the way to the back. And I really do like the styling on this car. They changed it around 2013 to be more bubbly, and I don't really like it. I feel like this styling holds up a lot better and it looks a lot more modern. SX trim, which I have, I'm pretty sure it comes standard with the sunroof, which I got that right there. Mine is the 6-speed manual transmission, as you can tell. 3 pedals and the shifter. I recently got the floor mats. I finally got the OEM ones. I bought them on the official Kia website. They were about 40 bucks for the whole pair, front and rear. They look so much better. That's the driver's side, and it helps a lot with that rubber mesh right there with the shifting. You get a decent amount of rear leg room. I'm really short, but the only real problem is headroom. I got about 5 inches, and I'm about 5'4", so kids, no problem staying back here, but if you're like an adult, I really wouldn't recommend it. But you can, the legroom isn't really a problem. Legroom is okay. Getting out is kind of a problem. One time I was fishing with my buddies. We managed to get all the seats were full, so we had 5 people in the back. Wait, no, we had 4 people in the back with fishing poles and fishing gear and everything in this tiny little car. We managed to do it, but climbing out, his foot got hung on the seatbelt right here, and he's face planted on the ground. So just be careful if you're getting out the back right there. You do have from the time period, Kia had these LED speakers. I think the Soul had them, and my car has them too. So I don't really use them because they're kind of tacky, but you do get them. You get a nice handle here. My mother loves to grab onto this while I'm driving, even though I'm like maybe going 5 above the speed limit. But you know, it's there. The door is humongous, I gotta say that. When you open and close this door, you gotta like leave room because this door is really big. I mean, it's a coupe, and it makes sense. The 4-door Kia Forte is only about 2 inches longer than this, so that's why the back is probably as spacious as it is, but you get these humongous doors as a kind of a non-benefit. I really do love the front styling a lot. It's significantly better than the regular Kia Forte in my opinion, and it is different. You get kind of dual grills. This top part here with the headlights and the grill is basically exactly the same as the regular Kia Forte. The bottom part is where it changes. You get this kind of dual grill. You get these on the non-black cars. These will still be black, so it's kind of cool accents. Mine's black, so it's the same, but I changed these to yellow. They don't even work. I don't know what's going on. I changed the bulbs and they still don't work. So, but I like the yellow. It adds a little bit of color, and it matches my brake calipers, which are also yellow. I got slotted and drilled brake rotors, and I really like that. It improves the braking, especially on mountain roads. This thing's really fun to drive on mountain roads, and those help a lot with the brake cooling. But yeah, the yellow matches the calipers, and you get these like kind of inlet for the fog lights. It's different than the regular Kia Forte, and I think it looks a lot better. The second thing I'd like to note that this is different from the regular Kia Forte is this has frameless windows, almost like a Mustang of sorts. Yeah, they're frameless, and it doesn't go down any. Most frameless window doors, whenever you close them or open them, they go down slightly to adjust for that, and this one doesn't do it somehow. I guess it doesn't need to. It still gets a perfect seal every time, so, you know. I really do like the frameless windows. I feel like it adds a little bit of sportiness. It is a Kia Forte, but yeah, I like them a lot. One thing to note about the headlights is the original Forte Coupe headlights were different, and I did like them. It was like, it kind of had a swoopy design here, but mine were all fogged up and beat up. So I bought some aftermarket ones on Amazon. They had the black housing, which I like a lot. I swapped them with LED lights. I like those a lot too. But yeah, they didn't have the Kia Forte, the Coupe headlights. They just had the regular Kia Forte. They didn't sell a lot of these coupes, so that's probably why they're kind of rare to see, especially with the manual transmission, which I had to get the manual transmission, of course. Moving on to the interior, you get leather seats. They don't hold up very good. It says about 222,000 miles, but you do get leather seats in the SX trim. I'm pretty sure standard. This is where your fuel release is and your trunk release is. The door panel, you don't got a window lock switch, which is very annoying. A lot of times I have my dog in the car and he'll roll down the window by pressing his paw on it. I don't know if he knows how to do it on purpose, but I don't have a way to lock it, which is very annoying, which is a side effect. Your manual shifter right here. The shift boot is aftermarket. The old one was leather and it was completely destroyed, and the shift knob is aftermarket too. But that's how it looks. The infotainment, this is aftermarket too. This is Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I don't have the auto climate for some reason. I thought it came standard on the SX. Apparently it doesn't. And something very annoying, and I still have yet to figure it out, is all the climate settings work except for 4. 4 turns off the climate completely, and I don't know why. It's very annoying, especially in southern heat. I live in the south, and it gets so hot down here. I've replaced the blower motor and the thermostat sensor thing, and both of those have yet to fix it. So I don't know what's going on. I've taken it apart. I've scrubbed the connectors and everything. I don't know what to do. So I've just kind of started to live with it. Anyway, you get a leather steering wheel. This one's pretty beat up. The leather in these Kias don't hold up very good. I prefer no steering wheel cover, so I just deal with it. You get the gauge cluster, shift RPMs right there, you get speedometer, and the ginormous gas gauge. I wish they put a, different gauge here, like maybe temperature or oil pressure gauge, but they haven't, which would be really nice, especially on these Theta 2 engines, which like to blow up because of oil. Overall, the interior is really nice. I do like the interior a lot. You got your sunglass holder up here also, sunroof controls, and then these LED lights. Everything in this car is LED. I've swapped them all out. Let's move on to the engine. Moving on under the hood, we do have the notorious Theta 2 engine. These things love to blow up. I'm pretty sure this is on the second engine, which I'm not 100% sure, just because it had some writing here. Like, it said 2.4, but it was written in Sharpie, almost like it was pulled out of a junkyard, which I would not be surprised with this thing having over 222,000 miles. Overall, the engine runs good. It's making some weird Kia sounds sometimes. It's not knocking or anything, but it might be a lifter tick. We do have an aftermarket K&N air filter, which is, hot air intake. I don't really care, just because it gives the engine a lot better sound, in my opinion. I love to hear the engine. We got a strut bar. This was about $200 on Amazon. It was a lot, but improves the engine look a lot, in my opinion, and I do think it handles a little bit better, which I do like. I replaced it was leaking oil. I did the oil valve cover gasket, and that seemed to fix the issue. The clutch went out, or the clutch was going bad, and I did replace that too. I paid someone to do it, because you have to take the whole subframe out, and I didn't want to do that. So, but overall, it's been pretty reliable. I've never been broken down on this thing, just normal maintenance stuff. The clutch, obviously, needs to be replaced eventually. It could have been the original clutch. It was slipping, but it was still drivable. The valve cover gasket, that's some normal stuff too. I've done all the fluids. I've done coolant, I've done transmission, I've done oil. It probably needs an oil change. You need to really change these things about 3,000 to 4,000 miles, and I put about 3,000 on this last oil change, so I need to get around to that. Just to keep these Theta 2 engines happy, you really need to be really focused on those oil changes. But overall, it's a nice little happy car. It loves to rev up. It's fun to rev up. It's not VTEC or nothing, but you know, you can rev it up real fast and you can still break the speed limit. It's not a Miata. You know, you can really rev those things up and not really break the speed limit. But it's got about 273 horsepower stock. That's around the Scion TC area that had about 160 stock, and it's a little bit lower than the Honda Civic Si of the time. So it's really about a middle class, and it really does drive good. The only downside with performance on this vehicle is the rear axle, which is a solid beam. It's not independent, unfortunately, but you can still curve this thing around corners easily. I take it up, I take it to the mountains frequently, and this thing loves to corner. I can keep up with, you know, regular cars. I can keep up with Jettas, like Jetta GDIs, Civic SIs, those types. You know, nothing crazy performance, but you know, it can pull its own weight if that's the right term for it. But it's a really nice, fun little car. I really do recommend these things. I bought mine for around $3,500 over a year ago, and it's been a nice car. I used it. It's okay on gas. I get about 17, 19 miles per gallon, but I really drive fast. I am not conservative with gas at all. But on the highway, you can easily get over 35 miles a gallon. So I do really recommend this car. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys later.